Good morning. It's Thursday, November 11th, 2021. We are going to do the Tripyramid slides today. So we got to the parking lot around 7 a.m. on Livermore Road, off of Tripoli Road. And there were 3 cars, including ours, that all pulled in at the same time. And that was it. So now we're off. This is the Livermore Road trail, which looks like they did some maintenance right here. It's not actually a road anymore. It was a logging road. So there's about 2.5 miles of relatively flat until we get to the Mount Tripyramid trail. So kind of a boring walk, but easy. Sometimes we run it.
I'm warming up. I don't know about you.
Maybe on the way back.
It was chilly before.
Yeah, it was a little cold. And in the spring, there are loads of awesome wildflowers out here. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We are partway up the slide. Here comes John. He's still using poles.
Alright.
I said he's still using poles. I'm using hands and feet. It's a beautiful day. We're in the shadow of the Tripyramids right now, but this is where we're going. And it is very, very, very steep right here. I don't even know. It's like 80 degrees. I don't know. What do you think? It is. It's like,
80,
well, look at it. Right where we are.
You don't have to haul yourself up it.
Yes, you do. This part you do.
Okay.
I'm going to haul myself up it. And thank goodness for all these little trees. Man. And that there's really no ice. So that's good. I mean, this is looking right next to me. So, and that's not super steep like it is up there. So, awesome. Nobody out right now on this trail. All right. Upward and onward.
So here we are on the north side of the Tripyramid Loop. We just came up the really steep part, which is down there. And now we've got something a little bit more interesting and a little bit less challenging here. You can see Laurel way up there. The main challenge here is just to make sure that the rocks that you stand on don't slide around. But there's a lot of very large rocks. So those guys aren't moving for sure. The slab is pretty steep. It was steeper down below though. Boy, a couple of places there it's a little bit tricky. There's Laura. It's a beautiful day.
Okay, we are still climbing the slide. It goes up there. This is Mount Tecumseh and the Waterville Valley ski area. Moosilauke, and then in the foreground is Osceola, Main Peak, and then the East Peak. And then over here, oh man, I don't know how good it shows up on this, but there's Flume is the pointy, and then the Franconia Ridge is like all covered in snow. Very cool. Awesome. And then over here is Kerrigan sticking up. On the other side of that is Mount Lowell, which has like a nice slide on it. Beautiful day. But we still have a bit of climbing to do. And we're partly up the slide. You can see the top of John's head. He's about 5 feet away from me, maybe?
6 feet, maybe, or 5 feet.
And we just came. It's just, you cannot capture how freaking steep this is. It's just, oh, crazy. Lots of fun today, though. It's dry, which makes it fun. Here's a beautiful shot of the presidentials. Lots of snow. And Kerrigan right there. Carters and Wildcats behind the presidentials. And then this is climbing right up. Right up there. And that is straight ahead right there. I think I'm going to stop this and zoom in a little and then reshoot so I can show you, like I can see the twins with some snow on it. Presidentials, I'll show you a little better. Well, that's as zoomed as I can go, but nice. And then, right, let's see, sticking up over here is the twins, and there's snow on those. I don't know if you can tell. And the pointy one right here is Garfield, and then coming around, it's all snowy over there, is Lafayette and Lincoln. Liberty I don't think is visible particularly, and then Flume is the point. The Kinsman's across the street. The very top of Cannon also sticking up. These are the Osceolas in the foreground, Moosilauke in the background, and Tecumseh right there. All right, we gotta keep climbing. It's not gonna climb itself. Okay, we are at the top of the slide. There's an awesome view. Excellent. So now the trail goes off into the woods right here, and we're, I don't know, 2/10 of a mile or something from the summit, which is wooded. Then we'll go over the middle, which has an obstructed kind of stand up on top of a rock and look out one direction view. And then we're going to go over to south, which is not one of the 4,000 footers because it doesn't have prominence, and go down the south slide, which is, it's different kind of less slabby rock and more
Sandy,
crumbly, sandy, scree. So it's definitely easier to descend that than to come up it. It's slippery. And then back to the car. So awesome. It's beautiful. This is the summit area of North Tripyramid. It's kind of off the trail just a little bit. And I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be a cairn. There was a cairn here in the winter, or no, in May. I think it was like right here, but Not there now. Also, this seems a little higher right here. So, I don't know.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Doesn't this seem like the high point?
That might be
That's
a stealth site.
Definitely higher. And it's a little bit like, I always thought this was the summit right here. Because this feels like
Certainly feels
high.
taller.
Oh, there's a view out down there. Let's go take a look. Ooh. I think this is a view out towards the presidentials. Whoa, I just got caught. My micro spike just got caught on a tree. That'll slow you down. Okay, so here, yeah, behind those trees is Mount Washington. I don't know if you can see it. And then the Wildcats and Carters. And over there are the Bald Faces. And directly in front of us is Bemis, I think. Anderson, Bemis. I said I would learn those in order, and now I'm confused. Anyway, it's an obstructed view. So, next stop, middle, for a different obstructed view. Okay, this is the summit of Middle Tripyramid. And there's not a lot of view, but it is an excellent view of Mount Chocorua and the Sisters right there. It's really nice. And then, oops, the other way. The summit area is just like a little rock thing that you climb up. And there's the ski area for Tecumseh. And then as you approach the summit, so I'll go down, we have to climb down here. There's a little lookout that looks towards the Osceolas right here. Oh, well, yeah, you get the Osceolas right there. Moosilauke and Tecumseh right there. All right, so we just passed one person coming the other way, and that is the first person we've seen on the trail today. There were two women who left the parking lot at the same time we did, but I don't count them. And there was a guy who left the parking lot as we got there, and she said she just passed one person.
Want some coffee?
So, I do not want coffee, no. I think that was the guy that was ahead of us. So now we're going to go down to south, which is poking up. I wonder if I can see it on here. Right through the trees is south. So you have to, the trail goes down. You have to lose a little elevation and then regain some to get to that summit. No views at that summit, I believe. But views coming off a slide. All right, and what time is it? Do you know?
It is
Just curious. 10:30?
10:26.
All right. Making great time. Enjoying the beautiful day.
Okay.
So this, it's really hard to capture, is hair ice. I've only seen it on one other hike, but I've seen it, this is my third time today. Wow. Oh, I don't know if I can get it to focus. There. Maybe. It's quite rare. There it is over here. It only forms on downed trees, pieces of wood. Look at that. Put my hand in here just so you can see how, won't focus now, of course. Super fine. Not like, and it goes along this whole tree on the bottom of it. It's not like That's it right there. It's like 4 feet long right here. That's crazy. It's not like needle ice, which is really common. And now, of course, I can't see any right here. But we've been walking past that all day. Here's some right here. Oops. So this stuff, if you're ever out on a trail in the fall or early winter, you'll see that. Very common. That's needle ice. And that's just formed when there's water under. There's more of it. It's everywhere. Water, kind of liquid water flowing underground near the surface. And I just heard something there. And the air temperature is under, I believe the air is under 32 and the ground is over 32. And it kind of grows by capillary action. So that is very common, especially on the edges of trails. But hair ice, much less common. It's associated with a fungus. So anyway, very cool. Both of them are really neat, but I think hair ice is just really neat because you never see it. So maybe go Google that, learn more about it because it's really interesting. Okay, so this is the summit of South Tripyramid, and there's the cairn. We were here in May. The cairn was huge because I took a picture with my poles on it. So not sure where the rest of it went, but not here now. So it's wooded, but there's kind of thin woods, so you get a little bit of a view.
Well, camping spot right here.
Yeah, right. And we just saw our first couple, so that was 3, and then another person, 4, and another one with her. Because you guys left the car when we left the car, I think. Yeah. We came up the north.
We've just reached the top of the south slide. The views here are great. It's very steep. I don't know if the video shows it that well, but it's pretty steep here. So my feet are just a little bit wet. So I'm a little bit nervous about testing my traction entirely. Okay, let's see what I can do here. It's okay, I dodged it. So you might be able to see a path down below there. Here are mountains out to the distance. These are white mountains. Laura will tell us which ones they are.
Aren't they Franconia Ridge?
I think that one over there must be.
I don't see any white mountains. What are you talking about?
There's white mountains out here.
So there's the lakes region. So on the other side of that is the Belknaps.
Okay.
Or, well, it's Mount Shaw right there.
Okay.
Or Roberts. I think it's Shaw.
But what are these huge mountains straight in front of us?
Oh, that's Sandwich Dome.
Okay.
And Jennings and Noon. Yeah.
Very nice.
That's the Sandwich Range. And we're in the Sandwich Wilderness. So there you have it.
There you have it. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to use 2 hands.
But where do you see White Mountains?
Oh, they're around.
Okay, we are quite a ways down the south slide. It's pretty fast going. And I think we're going to be heading into the woods shortly. So this will be probably the end of our views. And straight ahead is the Sandwich Range. So Sandwich Dome and Jennings and Noon Peak. And then these two, I don't know if you can see them in the center. There's a lot of exposed, there's 2 bumps with a lot of ledges and stuff. That's Welch and Dickey, which is a fun loop hike. Nice views. And then this is what the slide looks like here. It's definitely got a different feel than the north slide. And it's shorter. All right, and we just passed up at the summit. We saw 4 people at the summit and then 1 lady between Middle and Saturday Brook Trail. So we've seen 5 people today. That's it. It's really nice out too. This is Norway Rapids. Walk over here a little bit. I actually don't know how far up it goes, but I think I'm just gonna switch up here. Yeah. Just like a little rocky area with a nice pool. So we have been out here in the summer before, and people do come out here. They're not coming out to hike, they're coming out to swim. So it must be like right in that pool, because the rest of this is not really. Actually, we followed these kids that had like a pool float, a round thing you could sit in, and I don't know if they would get in it. It seems like you'd get banged up a little bit. The water is not generally this high, but it does come through here nicely, so maybe they swim down there too. Anyway, whoops. This is Norway Rapids, and here's one of those holes. Cool. So it's about 1:30 and we have plenty of time, so we came out on a little side trail, which we've done before, to Big Pines, which is pretty cool. They are, there's John next to that one. That's not even, that's like the smallest of them, I think. Let's see. And there's one over there. That guy's huge. This tree is old growth. I'm going to come around so that the sun is the other way. That's a big one. I think this guy straight ahead of me is the biggest one, though. At least the base of him. It's huge. Come stand in front, John, so I get scale. There's John. The sun is kind of, let's see. It's just, it's enormous. Yep. And up there, there's a side branch sticking out that is at least as big around as 90% of the trees. Maybe bigger. It's huge. And the one next to me is also an old growth. And this one. Very cool. For the East Coast, those are some big trees. Wow, this one, I love that one. I'm glad they're still here. He's got to be side heavy with that thing coming out of him. I don't know. Really, really cool. All right, so this is Big Trees. It's a 2/10 side trail, very close to the Livermore Road parking area. So, very neat. Worth coming out to check out.